So good to be back, and today I'm going to talk about different cuts of meats that you can get at your supermarket. I've got the most expensive meat I could find, and I've got the cheapest cut I could find. So I've got a wagyu here in front of me, it's around about 200 Rand for a steak, and then the cheapest one is probably 25 Rand for a steak, and it's a chuck. Kobe beef comes from the cows in Japan. They're a special breed of cows, and they get massaged and stuff daily and have a very strict diet because they help incorporate the fat to go in between the muscle strands. And that's what makes the meat really tender, really juicy, melts in your mouth. Then you get Wagyu style. Wagyu style is kind of the same thing. It's not specific to the breed of cow or the area of Kobe in Japan, which makes it more affordable in our area. So for instance, if you go to Woolies or your Spar or your Pick n Pay and you go and get, and it says there Wagyu, it's not the meat from Japan actually, it's just the style of meat. Then when we look at chuck's actually one of my favorite pieces of meat. I think it's the most underrated. It is a more tough cut of meat, but I think it's got just as much of flavor. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna cook them the exact same way. Gonna put it on a pan, high heat, get them nice color going on. And I wanna show you the difference, and I will try and explain the taste as best as I can. As you can see, the difference in the sear already. The Wagyu style has a beautiful crust, and it was the exact same time. As the chuck also has really good color. Not as much because there's not so much fat in there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna cut a piece from both. If we look at the meat, the Wagyu has a really, really nice consistent color throughout. It's difficult to get chuck that's the same thickness. So as you can see, I've got one on the one side of the chuck, it's a little bit more rare on the rare side, and then on the other end of the chuck, it's a little more on the medium side. So we're gonna try both sides of the chuck, and then we're gonna try the Wagyu. Okay, Wagyu's, wow, it's good. They get a lot of that meaty flavor just released as you bite into it. Now for the chuck. On the thinner side of the chuck, I would say it is a bit overcooked, but I would also say that the flavor is a lot more intense with the meaty flavor because it's closer to the bone. And yeah, still tastes good and it's tender. For the rare side, just as good. I think that's more better. It's got less flavor, less meaty flavor, but it's got the juiciness. So overall, all I did was lightly salt, put them on. As you can see that you can really take a cheap piece of meat, you can cook it the exact same way you would an expensive meat, and you can get close to about the same amount of flavor. And yeah, that's it.